Hi, this is Shannon with Pottery Beginners, and today we're reviewing the Small Ceramics Pottery Wheel. I've had this wheel for about 6 months now, and it's quickly becoming a staple in my home studio. To give you a breakdown of the wheel, all you have to do is plug it in, hit the switch, and use the knob control for speed. As you can see with this being covered in clay, this has been well loved. The removable magnetic splash pan is awesome. It's another one of my favorite parts of this wheel. The wheel also comes with 4 removable bats. It's another really unique feature that most other tiny wheels lack. You're able to pop on a new bat and keep the tiny pottery party going. I love that everything at Small Ceramics is really intentionally designed. I got some micro ribs to use for shaping, and they also come in a slightly larger size as well. These are the ones that I use the most often. Alrighty, so now we're going to get into a tutorial. I'm going to give you a tutorial of 2 different size pieces that you can make with this wheel. These are some of the tools I'm using, and we're going to start off with a small ball of clay. First step here is to take that tiny ball of clay and press it to your wheel head. And just an FYI, this is on 2 times speed, so I'm not actually throwing this fast. I start off by creating a seal to make sure that clay isn't going anywhere, and then I'm starting to gently center the clay and cone up and down. I like to cone down with a sponge most often just because it gives a nice even pressure. And once I'm done with the coning, I just sort of shape up the piece a little bit so that I have this nice even disc. Then I'm grabbing this sculpting tool with a ball at the end of it to open it, and make sure to leave a little room at the bottom. We don't want that bottom getting too thin. Once we've got that open, I'm just gently squeezing and pulling up my walls to form a tiny cylinder. I'm grabbing my micro rib for this piece and I'm putting it at a 45-degree angle to the wall of clay, and I'm slightly pressing inside the pot to help create this zigzag texture. I'm grabbing my plastic knife to get rid of that skirt of clay at the bottom and just kind of clean things up a little bit. Once I take off some of that excess slip and kind of clean up the rim there, I'm pretty much done. So all I have to do is stop my wheel, pop off this bat, and then pop on a new one to keep going. Here's an up close and personal view of that micro piece. And so now that we've done that, I'm going to show you how to throw something slightly bigger on this wheel. So you'll see that this ball is a little bit bigger this time around. The process is pretty much the same. I'm going to create that seal on the wheel, and then I'm going to cone up and down to help center the piece and kind of shape it up a little bit. I'd say for bigger clay pieces, it's important to anchor one of your hands on that magnetic splash pan just to keep things stable. I have this can or disc shape that I like to work with, so that's the end goal of centering here. And again, I'm using that sponge for some even pressure when I'm pushing down. Even though this piece is slightly larger, I'm still using a sculpting tool to open it up. I just find this easier to use and control than my fingers when the piece is still fairly small. After I opened the pot, the walls were honestly quite tall and I wanted to leave a little bit of thickness left for shaping. I'm going in with that bigger rib, and we're basically making the parent version of the micro piece that we made before. I'm kind of thinking this would be an awesome vessel for a cute tea candle. I take my time working with the rib tool and get the excess slip off, and once that's done, I'm ready to wire underneath and pop that bat off. So here are our big and small pieces side by side. This wheel was clearly designed with potters in mind, and features like the bats and splash pan definitely make it stand out from the rest of the tiny wheels on the market. The tools like the tiny ribs are also so unique and make the wheel all the more fun to use. It gets a 5 out of 5 rating from us. We absolutely love using it and can't wait to create some more tiny pieces. Thanks so much for watching, and let us know if you try out the Small Ceramics wheel.